The Mahayuti government in Maharashtra returned to power with a historic mandate, and in its first budget presented on Monday, the Mahayuti government prioritized the state's fiscal health, capital expenditure, with a special emphasis on infrastructure and industrial growth. However, Finance Minister Ajit Pawar, who was presenting the 11th record budget, did not announce any significant new scheme and was also silent on fulfilling several of the promises that the ruling alliance had made in its manifesto during the assembly elections 2024. Those promises were something like enhancing the monthly outgo for Ladki Bahin Yojana and farm loan waiver, among others. One of the Mahayuti's key promises in the run-up to the state polls last year was increasing the stipend for Ladki Bahin from 1,500 monthly to 2,100. But that did not happen in this budget at least. This year, the government allocated 36,000 crore for the Ladki Bahin scheme, down from a 46,000 crore in the July 2024 budget. The state government justified this move, saying that the actual expenditure on the scheme from July 2024 was lower than anticipated, that was at rupees 33,232 crore. And that is why they are making this budget estimate for this year at 36,000 crore. Ajit Pawar presented Maharashtra Budget 2025-2026, which was worth rupees 7 lakh crore. As mentioned earlier, the budget was mainly focused on developing ports, airports and metro lines besides building memorial for Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. With the corporation election scheduled later for this year, the government has also stressed on developing the MMR, that is the Mumbai Metropolitan Region, as the growth hub. So let's go over these budget pointers one by one. First let's talk about the fiscal health. Despite the volley of schemes and incentives rolled out last year in the run-up to the state assembly polls, the Maharashtra government has stayed within the norms of fiscal discipline, managing to keep its fiscal deficit and debt under recommended levels. Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar, who's also the Finance Minister, in his budget speech estimated a fiscal deficit of 2.76% of the state's GDP for 2025-2026 financial year. For the ongoing financial year, the state government budgeted for a fiscal deficit amounting to 2.59% of the state GDP. The previous Mahayuti government budgeted a revenue expenditure. Now, what is revenue expenditure? It is the amount spent for normal functioning of government departments. Now, that revenue expenditure was at 5.1 lakh crore for 2024-2025. Now, that has been revised to 5.62 lakh crore this time. This move has raised the fiscal deficit estimated for 24-25 to 2.9%, just below 3%, which is the preferred norm. Similarly, the debt to GDP ratio estimated for 2025-2026 is 18.77%, which remain within the recommended limit of under 25%. Pawar estimated that tax revenue would increase to rupees 3.87 lakh crore for the 2025-2026 fiscal compared to the revised estimate of 3.67 lakh crore for the ongoing fiscal. For this, the Finance Minister proposed to increase the motor vehicle tax by 1% and levy a motor vehicle tax of 6% on electric vehicles priced above 30 lakh. The government expects that these taxes will provide it an additional revenue of around 1,000 crore. Now let's move over to the industries and infrastructure. The government also said that it will announce a 2025 industrial policy soon, which will attract investments worth 40 lakh crore and create a 50 lakh jobs over its 5-year period. For turning Gadchiroli into a steel hub, Gadchiroli, remember, is Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis's district as Guardian Minister. In this budget, a proposed 21,830 crore investment agreement, which will likely generate a 7,500 jobs that came at World Economic Forum, was also proposed. A significant investment in the Vadhavan port in Palghar district, where it will have a share of 26% of the total 76,220 crore, was also announced. The government will also build a third airport for Mumbai and the Mumbai-Ahmedabad bullet train station near the Vadhavan port, which will connect to the Samruddhi Mahamarg. After the Mumbai-Pune and Mumbai-Nagpur Expressway, the government has started a land acquisition process for the Shakti Peeth Highway from Nagpur to Goa. This expressway, covering a length of 760 km and costing 86,300 crore, would stretch from Pavner in Wardha district to Patradevi in the Sindhudurg district and then going all the way to Goa. Along with this, metro works are also ongoing in Mumbai and Pune. The government in its budget said that this year, 64.4 kilometers of metro lines will become operational in Mumbai and Pune, and over the next 5 years, 237.5 kilometers will be operational. The metro line project connecting Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International Airport in Mumbai, which is the current airport, to the Navi Mumbai International Airport, which will commence its first domestic operation sometime in April 2025, there will be a metro line which is being projected by the government and it will commence very soon. This is what Pawar said in his budget. Now, the government has also approved 1,367 crore worth development works for Shirdi Airport. Well, in 2021, Shirdi Airport received the status of a major airport. The facility for night landing will also start soon. MMR region is very crucial, especially that civic body elections are upcoming. So, the government in its budget proposed to make Mumbai a growth hub with international level business centers established at 7 locations such as Bandra Kurla Complex, Kurla Worli, Wadala, Goregaon, Navi Mumbai, Kharghar, and the Virar Boisar area. The objective, Pawar said, that it is to increase the size of the economy of Mumbai metropolitan region from the current $140 billion to $300 billion by 2030 and ultimately to $1.5 trillion by 2047. Now let's move on to the different memorials that the government will be building. The government also announced that it planned to erect a memorial for Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in Agra, where he was held captive and planned his great escape. For this project, Maharashtra government will speak with the government of Uttar Pradesh. Not just in Uttar Pradesh, the government also said that it planned to build a memorial at Panipat in Haryana as well, which will be a symbol of bravery of the millions of Marathas who sacrificed in the Battle of Panipat for Swaraj. Besides, a Shiva Srishti project is under implementation in 4 phases at Ambegaon in Pune to introduce future generations to the inspiring legacy of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. The project's 2 phases will be complete and the state government will provide an additional 50 crore to expedite the remaining work. With Marathi language recently granted the status of classical language, the Maharashtra government plans to celebrate a week of Marathi Language Week, which will be celebrated from 3rd to 9th of October. Well, these were all announcements made in the budget, but the opposition has slammed the budget by saying that there is nothing new, but this is a bogus budget and it is more like government saying that they would do things in future rather than completing what's at hand. That's all we have for you. This is me, Purva Chitnis, signing off.